Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the two men who topped the sack leaderboards in the last 2 years. It's 2015 champ J.J. Watt and 2016 champ Vic Beasley.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line, between the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Trubisky finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Grady Jarrett coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action with Trubisky. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now it's Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Falcons grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And the screen can be a tough play for a wide receiver. We saw it there. They have to look the football into their hands, then turn their head up and look upfield.
It's quite a checklist, isn't it? Watch the ball into your hands, tuck it away, get upfield, find your blockers. Sometimes the list gets lost in there, and the defense makes it work.
And they made it work. They got the fumble. They took it in for the touchdown.
Here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
No. Check. Detroit. All right, here we go.
On first down, they run with Howard. A gain of 3, second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Green 39. Gone.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a second and long. Trubisky will throw. He's got Fuller. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The Texans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Blue 90.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. So now it's Andrew Franks on for the field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Frank's kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Winston. It's brought in by Kevin White. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Oh, good move. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Off the play fake, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On 3rd down, Winston. He hits White, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. From the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. They go right back to Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. Well, other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy is going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Let's go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky
And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. Here's Garrett Swanson now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd down, Winston again. He completes it to Julio Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
On second down, Trubisky. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Let's go.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Garrett Swanson now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jameis to throw it. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
A second down throw for Winston. He completes it right side to White. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. Winston looking for White on the deep ball. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something.
Now Jameis on second down. Complete to the tight end, Jace Amaro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And Freeman lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Pass, say goodbye to Braxton Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Winston now. It's caught. Jones. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Freeman again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And now out comes Houston. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Foreman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go. 3-19.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. Big hold of the 30. And he's going to cut it back right. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Howard, 83 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting...
He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down at the 28. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Amaro's got it, left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On 1st and 10, Winston. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get... Set to begin the fourth. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's able to put it through. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Marty.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And the pressure gets to him again. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Following the interception, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really.
Just better defense. I think you're right. Second down following the incompletion. To throw, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To throw is Winston. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this will be taken at the 13. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 28. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. This is Howard on second down. And some room to work. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the ball is knocked out. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And now out comes Houston. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Running with Howard. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Now let's go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gets it to Strong. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Garrett Swanson now as he's on to punt for Houston. ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The left side completion to Jones. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Jameis now on first down. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Gabriel. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They go counter with Howard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents. He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Miller on the catch over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got the completion to Strong. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They go go with Howard again. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
They come out here in the eye. On first and goal, Howard hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Another carry for the workhorse tonight. Freeman looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Houston, set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
A give to Howard. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, Trubisky. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
He leaves this one for Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. A carry for Foreman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Let's go.
Trubisky will throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And I think the ball's out. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run with Foreman, and he is in for the score.